What happens after you make the sale? Your work has really only just begun. So I think a lot of makers, a lot of small business owners, we tend to think that once we make the sale, once we have the money in our pockets, and once we ship something out, our work is done. There's really an opportunity there after the fact that you can really start to also excite your customers and to really build that relationship that you have with them. So some ways that you can do this is to brand your post-order emails. So what happens after someone places an order with you? If you have your own website, or if you, depending on the shopping cart that you're using, this might look a little bit different, but you would probably get, your customer will probably get the typical PayPal email. If they've paid with PayPal, it will say, you just paid so-and-so this much money, and then you might get that thank you email as well. And this thank you email is something that you can really brand to reflect your own business and to reflect your own personality. So this is actually a great opportunity for you to insert like your social media links, tell your customer to come follow you in Facebook or on Instagram. It's also a great place for you to just talk about yourself and maybe even introduce who you are and why you make things that you do. This space here, like hardly anyone takes advantage of this thank you email, so make it look good if you can, right? Make it look branded if you're able to. If you're not, I don't believe you can do this with Etsy, but if you have your own shopping cart, with Shopify, it's great. There's this app called Receiptful that you can send out really nice looking receipts and at the same time asking for customer feedback. But just keep that in mind, that those emails that come after the sale has actually been made, that's an opportunity for you to continue that relationship with them. So another email would be, say for example, if you use some of these paid shipping programs like Endicia or Stamps.com or ShipStation, you have an option also to brand that email that will tell them that your package is on the way, here's your tracking code. Brand that to put your logo in it, put your social media in there, and really talk a little bit. You don't have to get too crazy, but you can say that while you're waiting, why don't you come join the fun with us in our community over on Facebook or on Instagram. Something cute like that could potentially, and it works automatically, so what's great about that is you're generating those new fans every day. So your order confirmation is a place for you to do that, your payment accepted email. If you run your own shopping cart, the nice thing about having your own website also, you can brand all of these emails. Your customer account email, if someone creates an account on your website, how can you make that fit your brand? So I'm all about the cute, right? On my website, how do I make that kind of interesting? How do I make that cute? How do I make that boring customer account email, how do I make someone smile from something like that? Any form of communication you have with your customer is an opportunity for you to build that relationship. It's an opportunity for you to make them feel good. And the tracking email, as I mentioned, if you are using some of the paid shipping programs, what you can also do if you have your own website is after someone places an order with you, they will land on a page that thanks them for their order, and that it's kind of like the purchase confirmation page. If you're able to, go into that page and also customize that a little bit. There are some apps out there that you can install that make it so that people can share what they just bought on social media. You don't have to go all the way to that extent, but even just putting your social media links on there helps your customer convert into someone who could be a long-term customer with you. So every form of communication that you have with your customer is an opportunity to delight. Go back into your website. Even if you really want to really do your due diligence, sit down and make a test order. Sit down and go through your website and see where can you insert some parts of your branding into this experience. Just pretend you're a customer. Click around, follow through the checkout process. And what happens after you check out? What happens when you get those emails? What do you read? Is it the boring standard template that you get with your shopping cart? Or can you change that around so that you're injecting your voice and your personality into these emails? I would definitely recommend that you customize this experience for your customers. Brand your entire experience. We'll talk more about this and how you can do this with your packaging as well. But what I also like to do is in every order that I ship out, I send people a packing slip, and it looks really pretty, and I'll show you a screenshot of what that looks like. But we always handwrite in pink ink pens. It has to be pink. We don't use blue, we don't use black. It always is pink because it's on brand. And we say, thank you so much for your support. We hope you like your necklace. Love, Becky. So really think of your entire shop experience as a whole. Your website copy, your packing slips, your email newsletters, your social media. How can you brand that? What is your brand, right? A lot of times it's easy. Your brand is almost always a version of yourself, and then maybe tweaked to match who your customers might be.